Do you feel that? A warm island breeze is blowing your way. Luckily, you have a cold cerveza to cool you down. No shoes required. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville isn't just a song, restaurant, and resort brand, it's a way of life. Here's the untold truth of Margaritaville. It may be hard to believe, but this massive lifestyle brand and hospitality giant all began with a little song back in 1977, with origins that may surprise you. With talks of flip-flops, oil, and tourists, you may think the inspiration had to have struck Jimmy Buffett while he was lounging on a beach somewhere. But according to Wide Open Country, the Country Music Association Single of the Year nominated song was actually dreamt up in Austin, Texas. Far from a beach, Buffett was dining at the then Lung's Cocina del Sur and sipping on, shall we say, a tequila-forward frozen concoction. The drink lacked a salted rim, which got Buffett thinking about that lost shaker of salt. The idea stuck with him, and Buffett began writing it while still in Austin visiting a friend. With the concept still in its early stages, Buffett headed to Key West, where he had quite a night. Coming home from a bar, he lost one of his flip-flops and decided that needed to be part of the story as well. His producer was hesitant at first, but when Buffett spewed out the line, "wasted away again in Margaritaville," they knew they had a massive hit on their hands. It went on to top Billboard's Hot Adult Contemporary Tracks chart and have the staying power to eventually land him a spot in the Grammy Hall of Fame many years later.
Out of all the people out there trying to make it, somehow I was able to slip through the cracks, and I appreciate it.
Jimmy Buffett quickly took notice of the movement that began with the 1977 release of Margaritaville. Fans not only loved it, but they wanted to live out that lifestyle lamented in the popular track. Key West was naturally the perfect place for Buffett to further tap into his market. And in 1985, the first successful Margaritaville opened as a retail concept, and it remains to this day. Owned and operated by Margaritaville Holdings, LLC, there were initially only 3 small restaurants operating in Key West and Jamaica. The then CEO of Margaritaville Holdings, John Colan, saw something much grander. In 1999, the company licensed a 20,000 square foot space at Universal Orlando, Florida's City Walk, and it instantly began a smash success. They have now expanded to over 30 locations around the world. In addition to a number of spots in the United States, they have locations in the Caribbean, Mexico, Canada, and even operate a number of restaurants and airports. Step one foot inside a Margaritaville restaurant and you'll feel like you're instantly transported into the song. With palm trees galore and larger-than-life frozen concoction machines, they fully embrace the lifestyle in their decor. Their menu features standard American fare with some tropical influences, and of course, several varieties of margaritas and frozen drinks from the 5 o'clock somewhere bar. While Jimmy Buffett was once sponsored by Corona, it was only natural to expand his empire with beverages, since they were the inspiration for so many of his songs and a pivotal focal point of the lifestyle. Brewed by Anheuser-Busch, Landshark is another brainchild of Buffett and his team. After receiving a no from the powers that be at Corona when proposing to start their own beer in partnership, Buffett and company implored upon Anheuser-Busch. Luckily for Buffett and his crew, Anheuser-Busch was in the market to compete with the success of Corona. In partnership with Anheuser-Busch, Landshark Lager launched in 2006 under the Margaritaville brewing label. The success of the beer led to the eventual creation of Landshark Bar Grills. Similar to Margaritaville, these restaurants embrace the lifestyle of Parrot Heads and feature specialty margaritas and an expansive menu of burgers, salads, and seafood. Smaller than the Margaritaville chain, there are just under 20 Landshark Bar and Grills around the country, with most of them located in beach towns like Pensacola Beach, Hollywood Beach, and Jacksonville Beach. If we haven't made it abundantly clear, Margaritaville is much more than a song or a restaurant. It's a way of life. With captivated spenders, Jimmy Buffett was ready and willing to give the people what they wanted. And we're talking about a lot of people. It's estimated that over 20 million people visit a Margaritaville each year. The next step would include dressing the part of the lifestyle. The global Margaritaville brand has expanded in the apparel department with clothing, swimwear, and footwear. Looking to spruce up your own joint? You can even give your home a Margaritaville makeover, with their line of home decor bringing the island life right to you. In 2015, Margaritaville Enterprises partnered with Home Shopping Network exclusively for a new line of culinary, home, electronics, beauty, and apparel products. Through the new distribution platform, Margaritaville would be able to reach even more people. You no longer needed to leave the couch to embrace the Margaritaville attitude. For a truly immersive experience, the Margaritaville brand expanded to hotels in 2010. It was first attempted in 2007 with the idea for a Margaritaville casino resort in Mississippi, but due to the recession in the United States, the construction was immediately halted and plans were scrapped. The first successful launch of the hotel brand opened in 2010. The Margaritaville Beach Hotel, located on Pensacola Beach, sits smack dab right on the white sand beaches of the Gulf on Florida's Panhandle. Margaritaville tapped one of the nation's leading hospitality management companies, Davidson Hotels and Resorts, to run many of their concepts. They currently operate 24 resorts across 6 countries, including an all-inclusive concept in Cancun, Mexico. While the original plans for a Margaritaville casino were scrapped, Jimmy Buffett's company did eventually go on to see that idea come to fruition. The brand took a roll of the dice in 2011 when the first Margaritaville casino opened up at the Flamingo, Las Vegas. The 15,000 square foot casino features the 5 o'clock somewhere bar and plenty of atmosphere, including palm trees, to instantly transport you to the island state of mind. Gaining national attention, they celebrated the launch with a boozy publicity stunt by setting the Guinness World Record for the world's largest margarita when they created an 8,500-gallon cocktail made with over 2,000 gallons of tequila. The island-style casinos have since expanded to Bossier City, Louisiana, with smaller concepts at existing casino properties, including the Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City and River Spirit Casino in Tulsa, Oklahoma. While the Margaritaville lifestyle embraces the carefree mindset of island life, Jimmy Buffett's brand is hoping to bring that laid-back attitude where it is needed most, to the hustle and bustle of major cities. The first urban concept for the hotel brand opened in Nashville, Tennessee in 2019. Located in the heart of the city's downtown, Margaritaville Hotel Nashville is an oasis of a property with a tranquil rooftop pool and relaxation space, as well as new dining concept Finn's Bar, an open-air full-service bar and restaurant. The property also houses Radio Margaritaville's Music City studio, which allows visitors to peek into the inner workings of the brand's SiriusXM channel. The Margaritaville Vacation Club by Wyndham occupies several levels of the high-rise, and the lobby plays host to the brand's higher-end dining concept with a JWB grill. Things are looking up as the brand is tackling the Big Apple for their second urban concept. Located in one of the most coveted and sought-after real estate locations in the world, Margaritaville Resort Times Square is currently under construction and is set to combine luxury with the fun and vibrancy that the Margaritaville brand is known for. If you fully embrace the lifestyle and mentality of a Parrot Head, you can take things one step further by retiring in Margaritaville. No, not that state of mind stuff we've been talking about. This is an actual retirement community, aptly named Latitude Margaritaville. Buffett set his sights on the popular retirement destination of Florida for this next venture. The $1 billion project opened its doors in Daytona Beach with over 7,000 homes available in the low six figures. The property, fit for the aging Parrot Head, features spas, multiple resort-style pools, recreational activities, food and beverage concepts, and even an on-site shuttle ready to bring you on over to the beach.
It's going to be 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
We couldn't think of a better way to watch the sun bake for the rest of our days. Many agree, considering the brand has since announced 2 more Latitude Margaritaville properties, slated for the near future in Hilton Head, South Carolina and Watersound, Florida. Margaritaville will, without a doubt, have lasting power for generations to come. Even if the popularity of the restaurants and hotels fade, it has been forever cemented on the big screen. The 2015 blockbuster smash Jurassic World featured an appearance from none other than Jimmy Buffett himself. Thanks to a long-standing friendship with the movie's producer Frank Marshall, visitors of the fictitious Isla Nublar could partake in frosty margaritas while escaping the dinosaurs at a Margaritaville. In the movie, the scene hilariously depicts Buffett attempting to keep his margarita safe as dinosaurs wreak havoc and terrorize the park. His priorities were clearly in order. According to Cinema Blend, the booze was flowing for extras who appeared in Isla Nublar's Margaritaville, in order to maintain artistic integrity, of course. Talk about a lot to drink about. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.